Well, good evening, folks. It's your boy Ferris here, and I am coming to you live here from my home office, bringing you a closer look into the Sharm El Sheikh Life Experience. Now, this life experience has been closed. Meaning being the experience, if you can see the price on it, I don't blame it for being closed. And looking at some of the things and amenities that it has, that was going to happen. A lot of these bookings, see, like the Orlando experience and stuff like that, they'll close beforehand because people will book them up. People will book them up and they'll utilize them, and it'll be, closed out to members only. And you'll have members only access to these things. And this is what I like about this company. Like I said in the last video, this is a company of staying ready to travel. Because I like to travel. Me, myself, and I love to travel. I like to go places. But a lot of the times, in order for me to, get to go on a trip, I have to prepare 4 months in advance instead of just going. I have to prepare 4 months, and then you say, why I'm 4 months in advance? Because life. Life happens. Life happens. Life is happening around whatever it is you're doing. Meaning that in between my bills, I have to schedule out and figure out a way in my budget that I could schedule certain things in advance so I can go take a trip 4 months out. So say if I wanted to take a trip in April, I'd have to plan for my trip, start planning for my trip in January, meaning I would have to get my flight in January. And that would already, knock out, that would make it easy for me to have one thing knocked out of my travel, and still be able to muck around and have things in my budget and, buy groceries and live and, do things with my kids and stuff like that for right now. That's the way it has worked in the past for me. Second month, I would have to get get a hotel room. Plane trip is the plane ticket is always going to be the most expensive, so I try to get that first, so to make it cheaper. Because the earlier you book, the cheaper you make it. All right. Get my plane ticket, then get my hotel room the next month over, and then I get typically because it's the cheapest, my rental car on the third month. So that way, when I get ready to go on my trip, everything is already, I have all my ducks in a row. I have my plane ticket, my room, and my car ready to go. So when I get to the airport, all I gotta do is just jump in my car and then go off and enjoy my vacation for however long I planned it for, and then come back home. All right. Like I said, where this company comes into play in the membership that you get with this, the membership and the business opportunity that you get with this, it allows you to be ready faster, have funds on hand faster, so you can do more things faster as far as trips goes. Because it's something about being 50. I turned 50 this year, and it's going to be past. I turned 50 in November. That made me realize is that I have more days behind me that I've lived than I do promised in front of me. And I think that's the way it goes with anybody. But looking at statistically, I'm going to be an older man here. I'm going to be an older man here. And one of my friends in the Navy said, we're getting up in age, guys. We need to start seeing one another. And he was the oldest out of the bunch. We forget sometimes because he looks really young. He's in his 60s. And dude is like, yeah. But he still looks like our age. He if you look at him right now, Jonathan is still one of the youngest looking dudes out the whole group. All right. And it made me, like I said, realize that, yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's anything happen. Anything happen. I'm praying that God gives me at least 40 more of these hookers. 40 more. And I know I hate to say it like that. I hope I praise he gives me 40, at least 45 more of these things, these years called life, so I can get in and ride them out and enjoy them and have my kids with me and have them having fun and doing whatever, having my grandkids have fun, all that stuff. But this book, just the reason why I focused in on this one is because the booking's closed. Booking's closed because the availability for it, and they have it, a lot of the members had it, you know what I'm saying, booked it up because it's a luxury experience. And when you go to the Middle East, you know you're going to get a luxury experience regardless because they know how to live. All right. And it gives a breakdown. I don't think it was all inclusive. It's 6 nights of the hotel accommodations. All inclusive means you get your drinks, your food, everything. Exclusions are gratuities, any private expenses, airfare, so all that stuff. And then to alongside with this, you get members only exclusive things that come along with this package. So with this trip, it was $849 with an add-on of $450, which I think, let's see, clear 849 minus 450. I think it's your big head out of the way, kid. It's $399. $399 to stay at a 4-star resort, all inclusive. You get to eat every day, 3 times a day, meals paid for. And it doesn't include, like I said, that takes care of a lot, if you guys don't know. All right. Let me see. Hold on. And this is the hotel that they stay in. So a lot of these properties, like I said, all inclusive. You get access to them, and you don't have to have a travel agent. Somebody tried to pitch me a travel agent deal. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. That sounds so boring. That sounds very boring. I don't want to be a travel agent. I don't want to do all that shit. I don't want to do that. All I want to do is book trips, save my money, book my trips, and then take them off and earn, use my loyalty credits, and then earn reward credits through this portal. And this is the thing, again, you get the double dip if you have a credit card. You get the triple dip, I think, on this. Triple or quadruple dip. I don't know if you can quadruple dip because depending on who you stay with, they won't let you sink that much into it. But using your credit card, you can use your air miles to book your flights, and then utilize that you build up off of this. And you can use those, to buy your rooms and get all the stuff that you need out of here. So it's a lot that you can do if you have a credit card. So you can utilize this to basically forever fly free. And this is the hotel, one of the hotel room that you're going to be staying in. Hold on. I'm trying to make this quick because I've talked a long time. But this is one of the games where you are staying ready to do anything. So if anything comes available, you get to get these live experiences because, again, going back to the thing I'll call, that I was talking about life. When you got more in front of you, more behind you than you see in front of you, you start to want to see things, and you start to see and notice that there's places in this world that you have never been. I'll go to, and not just a little saying that people thought just because Richard Pryor was a comedian, he didn't have a lot to say. He had a lot to say if you just paid attention to him. One of his things where he said that, you better get to living. When you die, there's no reset on this thing. That's why you say, when you hear me say, you got one life, you live your best life, and you only got one, you might as well make it your best one. That comes from that. There's no reset. So when you're doing your light check in front of St. Peter, in front of the pearly gates, and you having to do your self-examination and think like, did I do everything I wanted to do while I was on this earth? Did I see the things that I would? And then you start looking around like somebody tell you, and then some you hear you're up in heaven, somebody tells you, yeah, I went to such. They had that. I missed out on that. And now, like I said, this is what these trips make available to you. It makes that available to you. It makes the new the things that people don't hear, because I've never heard of this place ever. But it's out there. God made it. You gotta go see it. I want to go see it. There's places out there that you've never heard of, because you've never. A lot of times, like I said, a lot of times for me, the only thing that I thought I was ever going to do, the only way I was going to be able to thought I was going to be able to travel was by being in the military. I joined the Navy right out of high school, and went traveling. I did. I saw this world, but it was under somebody else's rules. And it's still going to be kind of sort of, but I mean, I'd have to be back and meet curfews and risk if I wasn't back in curfew, because there's times I missed that curfew. I remember one time, me and my homeboys, we was in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and I picked up the fifth wheel, and I was the only one that, stirred the car, so to say, you know what I'm saying, that night for picking up the fifth wheel, the third wheel. And I had to, because I got the signal. And they, like I said, but anyway, that's another story for another time. But I came, needless to say, we came back that next morning. I still had on my daggone me clothes I had on the night before. And my supervisor had been looking for me. My bed hadn't been slept in, none of that. It was made. I still had liquor in my system, but I had a hoodie on and had some jeans on, so I just faked it like I was going to go run. I was like, well, I thought I was going to catch some ass, but I eased out that joint like it wasn't nothing. Ooh, that was a master class of getting out of crap. Skated through that mess like it was nothing, and avoiding cabin mess. But I was blessed. Anyway, but it was being under somebody's rule. Look at this. This is gorgeous. Straight gorgeous. I don't know about swimming in that ocean, though, because there's sharks out there, bruh. It's baby sharks and grown-ass sharks, too. And I'm dark meat. With a lot, and it's Wagyu. Arkansas Wagyu, so to say. All right. Every day is a free day. Every day is a free day, and then your departure day. All right. It gives you an itinerary, price, and all that other stuff. Okay. But that gives you an idea. I was getting ready to do a short on this, but I was just like, let me just share with you guys, the closed scenario. What happens when you come across this? You missed it. And it looked like it was supposed to be open, but in April. But you missed it. There's a lot of other things that are open still. But you missed it because you're not on this membership. You don't have this membership in order to get ready to go to see things. But anyway, I digress. See this world, man. Life is too short. Promise yourself that you're gonna see this world. Don't get stuck in a box, because that's the way school trained us, to be stuck in a box and follow rules. But every once in a while, I know you peep around the corner and break the third wall and see what it is. But anyway, this has been your boy Ferris, reminding you guys to be blessed, not stressed, and always be motivated by success. And I will see you guys on the beaches of the world. If not, I hope you see the Backcast a big check. Living your best life, because you only get one. Right? So with that, also too, I'd like for you guys to hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification bell to be notified of all future uploads I will be having on this channel. And with that being said, piggity peace. Thank you for hanging with me for this 14 minutes.